Welcome back to Twin Terror. I'm Gary, and this is not David and Little Lemonhead. Hey, how are y'all? It's been a couple days, huh? Laura and I got back from Disneyland. We flew out Wednesday, spent Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the park, and it was crowded. It was hot and it was crowded, um, but we had a great time. It's it's certainly a place that Laura enjoys going. So they had a great deal going for California residents. Between now and May 21st, you can get a 3-day pass with a park hopper for $250. Of course, that's the least of your worries because after you spend that, then you got to find a hotel and you got to buy food and stuff when you're in the park. So the ticket's the least of your worries. But if you're local, hey, it's a great deal. Um, so we had a good time. We're tired. I was running around doing all of my normal weekend have tos today. Um, it was nice. I was able to unplug from the news for a few days and came back, and it was just more of the same, you know. Um, there was a couple things that I saw. Trump's now, you know, redeploying a set of Marines, like 2,500 Marines out of um, like around the. I think they're based in Okinawa, and they're heading over to the Middle East, possibly to secure the Strait of Hormuz. Hope I pronounced that right. Trump says that Iran is ready, basically wants to make a deal, but the terms aren't good enough for Trump, so he's going to make them wait. Iran comes back with, "We're not talking to you guys. Hell, the last two times we talked to you, you bombed us. So, not until you have decided that you have started an illegal war will we even consider getting back into talks." You know, when Iran is the voice of reason, it really is striking. Dave has made the comment a couple times how we're not the good guys here. And I know the people watching this that are regular viewers understand that. MAGA doesn't understand that. They think we're still wearing the white hats and we're doing God's work over here. Um, Iran is not on the top list of countries that I think are wonderful and everything. They have all sorts of human rights issues and killing people for wanting to have a more democratic form of government. They're not the leadership there isn't necessarily wonderfully nice people, right? That are gonna bake you cookies and invite you over on the weekends, but at the same time, just absolutely just murdering the whole leadership because you don't like them. That's really not a thing. That shouldn't be a thing. And here we are, and we're the ones that did it. So for you Game of Thrones fans, that we just hosted the Red Wedding, right? Invite them over. We'll have a nice talk, and then we kill them. So, what I wanted to look at was the U.S. economy and just what's going to happen in the U.S. over the next couple of weeks. Department of Homeland Security has basically been defunded, or the budget has been stalled out. So, like the TSA agents have been working without pay for a month now. The war with Iran, that's not a war, but sure smells like a war, walks like a war, quacks like a war, swims like a war. It's probably a war. That's been going on for almost a month now. Gas prices here in California up over $1 a gallon. It was Costco's got probably the cheapest gasoline in the area, and it was $5.19 for regular and $5.49 for super. And I'm sure there are gas stations out there that are over $6 because, like I said, Costco's cheap. And so you've got gas prices are going up. The stock market is going down. Um, oil oil flow out of the Strait of Hormuz is basically stopped. which is why the Marines are going there. So I just want to know what's going on with the economy and how we're doing as a collective. There was a great article I saw on J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance had done I don't know if it was a commercial. I think he was giving a speech, and he was saying that what he was referring was under Joe Biden, gas prices were at one level, and now under President Trump, gas prices, because of actions of President Trump, we have these new improved gas prices. And in fact, let me sort of paraphrase it. Let me go find that article. Stand by. Okay, found it. He was speaking at an event. Here's JD's quote. Here's the interesting thing. All of the conversation happens where Joe Biden left us in a terrible situation. The reason why gas prices are where they are today is because of Donald Trump's work to get them lower, because the Biden administration, they were crazy high. And what people are saying is the Democrats should run an ad, and they just stop it right here. This would be the ad with J.D. Vance talking. Here's the interesting thing. All the conversation happens where Joe Biden left us in a terrible situation. The reason why gas prices are where they are today is because of Donald Trump's work. Period. Stop. And commercial. It's like the people on the internet are like, J.D. Vance is writing commercials for the Democrats. That was not on my bingo card. And it's true. They're so willing to give Trump credit and the administration credit when things are going great. But anything that isn't great, they blame on Biden or Obama or Hillary and her emails, right? This timeline is so tiring. Okay, so let's take a look at the U.S. economy first. Entertainment purposes only. How are we looking over the next few weeks here? We're kind of at an inflection point where, people are not getting paychecks. Prices are going up. Gas has gone up $1 a gallon where I live. It's going to start hitting people. So how's the economy looking over, the U.S. economy looking? All right, 4 of Cups. Not happy. Not happy with what we're seeing. There is a solution, but we're not seeing it yet. We're a little bit focused on the tabletop daily expenditures. The challenge is a page of cups. Oh yeah, that's Trump off. There's Trump's cup. But we're doing the Lord's work, and we're getting rid of Iran, and we're going to make it a democracy, and blah blah blah. It's the MAGA crazy. They don't want you to focus on how you're getting by day to day. They want you to focus on the MAGA crazy promise. Energy underneath is the Wheel of Fortune. Our future is not decided yet on this. There's no guarantee we're going to come out smelling like a rose on this one, or everything going to be just fine on this. In the past, you've got the Nine of Swords. Prices are already, I forgot who said it. There was someone who said that, never let a good crisis, don't let, you always got to take advantage of your crisis, right? We had all those supply chain issues. The prices went up because of COVID, and corporations never brought them back down when the supply chain issues went away. So our spending power as a collective has really degraded over the last 6 years. Current energy, Knight of Pentacles. So that's a very passive card. So this is kind of the U.S. economy. It's kind of like a wait and see. This could be people holding on to their money, people not investing, people taking a pause. The markets are giving back money big time. It's down at least 5% from the peak. When Trump was, or Pam Bondi was saying, well, don't worry about that. The stock market's at 50,000. Yeah, that's great. I don't know what that has to do with the DOJ, but okay. So I think right now the economy is kind of like wait and see. We're not sure what we want to do here. Overarching energy, Knight of Cups, waiting for a peace offering. the U.S. economy is basically going to start to fold until a peace offering is made. Um, I'm seeing it stagnating. Lesson to be learned. You know, you want to fight a war, it's going to impact the economy. Outcome. King of Cups. Trump's going to get his way. It's, the outcome of the economy, Trump gets to own it. That's what that means to me. He's owning it. So it's up in the air still. I hope you guys are all doing okay. I got a funny story for you. Last week, just before Laura and I went on our trip, I got 2 big packages from Amazon on my doorstep. One day after, there was like one arrived in the afternoon and the other arrived either overnight or early the next morning, because I'm out the door at 5 o'clock in the morning and there was a package there. And, I brought a package in the evening, so I don't know when it landed there. But I opened it up and it was 2 big cardboard boxes full of canned food. It was like Dinty Moore beef stew, a case of SpaghettiOs with meatballs, some chicken and dumplings in cans. It was just, I think there might have been, I don't know if it was chili. Chili might have been in it too. It was bizarre. And at first I thought, is someone on the channel pranking me? Is my mom pranking me? Because, we've told stories about how my eldest sister got suckered in by the marketing back in the 60s, the SpaghettiOs. And she really lobbied my dad hard to buy SpaghettiOs and how much she was going to love them because they're wonderful and they're delicious. And my dad's like, are you sure you're not going to like these? Oh, yeah, I'll like them. And he bought them. And she tried them and went, this is terrible. And my dad loved telling that story. I don't remember this. I mean, I might not have even been born because my sister's 5 years older than Dave and I. This may have been before Dave and I hit this planet. But, yeah, I got a case of SpaghettiOs. So I offered them to my sister. She politely declined. So I thought, hey, maybe someone on the channel, someone out there found out her address and started sending me random canned goods. But apparently it was just a misshipment. Someone ordered a bunch of stuff and they put the wrong address and I ended up with it. So I shall be donating the SpaghettiOs and the beef stew and the chicken and dumplings to a local food bank. Although the case of SpaghettiOs may be one shy because I might just have to give it to my sister for Christmas, right? So lots of interesting things happening here. Let's take a look at what's going on in Congress over the next couple of days. I guess this is turning into kind of a March energy reading. We're halfway through March. How's Congress doing here? You got the whole SAVE Act. Congress is kind of they've kind of moved on. They want to move on past the SAVE Act. So this is kind of Trump's last hurrah. Whether this could be the lame duck activity here. So how's Congress faring right now as a collective? Page of Swords. They still want to support the fight. Because if we support it, Trump's telling them stick together and we will win. Energy underneath this King of Wands, but you've got to take action. Okay, so let's refocus here. So I'm saying Congress, but I mean I was kind of thinking about the House specifically. So what's the energy in the House? They want to keep fighting the good fight. The challenge is 3 of Cups. It's kind of the celebration. It's kind of like, what I'm feeling this is that they're celebrating the results too early because they haven't taken the actions that need to be taken. The strong actions that need to be taken aren't being taken. They're just kind of swinging wildly and supporting Trump. And the challenge is that they're kind of celebrating prematurely. This could be talking about what's coming up as the elections, as the midterm elections in November start to approach. In the past, yeah, the Two of Swords, they had a choice. They had a choice. You know, you can represent or you can rule. You can do what's right or do what you're told. The current energy is the Four of Cups. Not happy with the way things are going. And there's Trump's MAGA offer. Stick with me. Keep fighting. We'll celebrate our victory because we're taking all these great actions. And it's the offer of MAGA crazy to them. The House. Overarching energy is you need to take the actions. Overarching is the Eight of Pentacles. Get to work. They're not doing anything. They're simply not doing anything to improve the lives of the people that they're representing. Though what's the lesson to be learned? Temperance. It's about give and take. It's about balance. Detoxification. Calming things down. Taking your meds. I think what I'm getting from this is the divisive rhetoric is getting him into trouble. Because even Marjorie Taylor Greene was kind of like, oh yeah, the House is so divided and the rhetoric is so nasty, and I feel bad for how my contributions to it. Yeah, it's not just MTG. There's a whole bunch of people in Congress or in the House that are doing this. I keep saying Congress, I mean the House. The lesson to be learned is you guys need to take the temperature down, and it's about compromise and meeting halfway. The outcome, King of Cups. Trump owns that too. They've tied themselves to Trump, and in this case, in the House, I'm talking specifically the Republican Party and the MAGA and America First. You could have had peace. Said you followed Trump's wishes. That's interesting how that card, the Four of Cups and the King of Cups, have now come up twice on the economy and in the House. The Democrats are looking very good as far as the House. I think I saw something. There was like a 46% chance that they would take both the House and the Senate. I'm actually surprised if they take the Senate. I'd be thrilled. I don't know if I'm ready to believe that it's almost a 50-50 chance at this point that they take the Senate. But, given Trump's actions, if people have a memory and they bother to show up to vote, and if they're allowed to vote, yeah, they could. They could flip some things around. How's the Senate looking over the next few weeks here? What's the energy like in the Senate? Okay, Ten of Pentacles. It's about legacy, about how the generations. How are we going to take care and add value to the generations and think of our legacy? Challenge is the Nine of Cups, hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. Also the oligarchs. This could be with the Senate is the amount of lobbying money coming in from the people that are very wealthy. What does that got to do with the price of tea in China? Oh, there you go. Because that's what they've chained themselves to with the devil card underneath. So, once again, the Senate is supposed to be the more deliberative body, the less reactionary body. But they're being manipulated. And the energy underneath it is leadership has chained themselves to Trump's legacy. In the past, Two of Cups. They have been able to do some bipartisan bills coming forth. There was one that just came forth. I don't remember what it was for. And it was going to be kind of a test to see if Trump was going to veto it. Because Trump said nothing gets passed until the SAVE Act passes. Current energy is the Seven of Pentacles, reaping what you sow. In the Senate over the next few weeks, it's looking to find some common ground and looking towards providing value in the future. Overarching energies, Three of Pentacles, making backroom deals and working together. Lesson to be learned, Two of Pentacles, it's about compromise, it's about balance. You know, the red hat causing turbulent seas in the, you know, out there in the distance. Outcome is the Queen of Wands, which is getting busy and taking some actions. Okay, so it seems the energy in the Senate is you may start seeing a little more bipartisanship coming out of the Senate. We'll see. You know, I could completely have misinterpreted that. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. Okay, and now let's take a look at the judicial branch. How is the judicial branch looking over the next few weeks? Awfully damn quiet. Now, the federal judges have been they've been teeing off on Trump. So how does the judicial branch looking over the next few weeks? What do we need to know about them? Okay, here we go. Okay, Magician. Okay, I'm not sure where I want to go with that. Kind of manifesting a new path. It challenges the Nine of Wands. And the energy underneath this Lover. So I'm getting some major arcana. There's some fundamental things happening in the judicial branch. You know, Pam, I don't think Pam Bondi's going somewhere, but it's like the judicial branch of our government, they are going to start. What do I want to say about this? It's like they're taking us in a different direction. You know, the Fool is the start of a new path, and the Magician is the first person that he comes into. It's about manifesting a new future because they're tired of the actions. This could be taking action against the DOJ. You know, in the past, you know, the DOJ and the Justice Department had a very good relationship and a close relationship. Or, you know, the Justice Department had a good relationship. People respected our judicial system. But right now it's under attack. In the past, you had the Nine of Pentacles. It seemed like, you know, it seemed like, boy, I'm having a tough time with this. And then you got the current energy is the Star. It's overarching energy is the Six of Cups, giving back. Lesson to be learned is the Two of Wands, actions to take care of the future. And then the outcome is the Five of Pentacles. To me, what I'm feeling on this is that, especially in the federal courts, they are going to start pushing back. They're tired of these lousy lawsuits that the DOJ and these charges that the DOJ is filing. They're going to, like, they are going to blaze new territory. And they're going to start developing, you know, in the past we had good relationships, but right now we're going to hand it to you because you're acting like a child. You know, in the past you've got these very wealthy people who have a lot of power and are enjoying the grift. Current energy is the Star, where I think in this case, the judicial branch wants to take it back. They're going to look at actions that impact the future, and people that there's going to be someone left out in the cold. Now, to me, this is like Trump's Department of Justice is going to pay the price for this. for all of the worshiping to dear leader. That's a kind of a cloudy rating. That's the one I'm going to be most interested to see what happens is with the justice system over the next few weeks. Keep an eye out for that. I just have a feeling that that's where the biggest fundamental shift is coming. I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you're all doing great. And for the members of our Insomnia Club, I hope you get some sleep. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate you. Dave and I will probably record tonight. I called him a little while ago, and he was in the car with his son, and he hadn't even recorded for Tarot by the Bay, so he had no idea what he was going to do. And so we'll just get together tomorrow, and you'll see the two of us together. Anyways, I hope you're having a great night, and we'll catch you soon. Take care, folks. Bye.